We're back, we're back, we're back. We're back at it. We missed the walkouts and the call outs, but we did make it for the start of the fight. It looked like Lagayev had a takedown here, Abu Bakar. This is a Russian versus Russian fight here. Abu Bakar holding him against the cage here. Sorry for starting a little late. Got my dog fed, got her outside, got her taken care of, washed up a little bit, checked what I had in the kitchen. Sagiv is wrestling out of it. We're going to be seeing a lot of wrestling, I think, here. Russian on Russian. A lot of clinching. Who we got here, guys? Who we got? We got Abu Bakar or Sagiv? Abu Bakar takes him down to the mat. Kind of in a half guard here. For anybody joining in, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. We are watching UFC Abu Dhabi. It is now on the main card. We finished up a prelim card watch along a little while ago. We are halfway through the first round. Abu Bakar with most of the action here. Had a nice opening punch that got the initial takedown to the mat and has been pretty much controlling it. Sagiv was able to get to his feet, but then Abu Bakar eventually got him back down. Now we're in full control here. Sagiv kind of has like a gash right by his right eyebrow. Might affect through the fight. Not really getting much ground and pound here, or at least effective ground and pound. Now we're kind of pressed up against the cage. Now, it was a little bit of a scramble there. Sagiv now kind of gotten a little bit of reversal. We're back on our feet. But now Abu Bakar pressing him against the cage again. For anybody dropping in, we're just watching UFC, the main card in Abu Dhabi. Finished up a prelim watch along a little while ago. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let me know wherever you're watching from and how y'all doing. Abu Bakar just pressing him against the cage here. Nice knee to the body from Sagiv. Kind of just pummeling here. Not much action from Abu Bakar. Trying to get a knee, almost looked a little low. Just pressing him against the cage, trying to control here. Is he going to get it down to the mat? No, he's not. Sagiv kind of scrambles out of it. Now we're back separated, kind of in the center of the octagon now. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me know how y'all doing in the chat. First round about to end here. It looks like it's been mostly Abu Bakar for this first round. I think I'd give it to him. Going to be going to the second round. Just touching that so it doesn't go to the screensaver. Hope y'all having a good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Let me know wherever you're watching from. They're going into the second round here. They're both on their stools, getting a little pep talk from their coaches. Sagiv's got to get that cut taken care of. He's got a good little gash right by his right eyebrow. You're shaking out those arms pretty good. This is a Russian versus Russian fight here. Let me know who y'all got. Abu Bakar, Sagiv. We just watched the UFC Abu Dhabi main card prelims. We just got finished up a little while ago. Walter Walker was the featured bout on that one. He put his opponent away with another leg lock. He's pretty famous for it. Now the seats are starting to get filled up. They're starting to show the fans. But the front row still hasn't really filled up yet. I'm sure towards the co-main main event, it'll be pretty filled. Second round about to go on it. Mark Beltran about to get us off, started. Touch the gloves. Leg kick from Saeed. Saeed pressing forward. Another leg kick. Let me know who y'all got. Who y'all got? Abubakar, Saeed. Russian on Russian. Fighting in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. If you popping in, just say hello. How y'all doing? If you just trying to chat, I'm here for you. A couple jabs trading off here. Saeed trying to get to these legs. He's trying to hit leg kicks. Nice low 1-2 from Abubakar. Kind of backed up Saeed a little bit. Somebody is tweeting on a thread. They say 10-9 Vagayev. Someone else says 10-9 Vagayev. I'm going to have to agree with them. I saw Abubakar winning that first round just slightly. Trading leg kicks. Saeed trying to go for a double leg. Oh, he takes down Abubakar. Now he's got him pressed against the cage. Looking for a body lock. Now he has the back. Should be throwing some knees here at the leg. Abubakar fighting the hands. Saeed trying to get a knee in there, but it doesn't really find its target. Abubakar now back to his feet, reverses a body lock, gets Saeed pressed up against the cage. They're pummeling through. Abubakar trying to force an elbow in. Doesn't look like it has too much impact. Couple knees from Saeed. Abubakar pressing against the cage here. Nice pummeling, yeah, nice pummeling from Saeed, not really letting Abubakar hold a position in the double unders. Now we're back on our feet in the center again. Leg kick, Saeed. Body kick. He's got his hand low, Saeed. I think he got affected by a nice body hit. Trading blows here. Nice uppercut from Saeed, but now he's pressed up against the cage again. Abubakar fighting a single leg. Elbow doesn't really find its target from Abubakar. If y'all just popping in, how y'all doing? Let me know. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're just chilling, watching the main card of the UFC. Couple elbows. Abubakar just pressing against the cage here. A lot what like he was doing in the first round. High knee from Saeed. Saeed now reverses, gets him against the cage. Now Abubakar has him against the cage. Tried to knock on my door. I was just seeing who it was. Abubakar pressing against the cage. He's just having him against the cage, controlling a lot of the fight. Now they separate. Pressing him against the cage again. Gets a good body lock. Saigid is trying to get some hand control, but he's not really getting a good pummel anymore. He might be tired. Elbows, elbows, elbows from Abubakar while pressing him against the cage. Mark Beltran keeping a close eye on it. 10 seconds left in the round. Izaga Mayev. All right, that's the end of that second round. I think it's a tougher round to score because we know that Saigid got a takedown early in, but I think Abubakar controlled it pretty well throughout the last 3-4 minutes. So that's probably going to be 2018 so far for Abubakar, I think. Getting the ad before the third round. For anybody just popping in, I hope y'all having a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're just chilling, watching UFC going down in Abu Dhabi. It is in the main card now. We did a watch along with the prelims earlier. That just got wrapped up. Now we're in the first fight of the main card, where we have Abubakar taking on Saigid. And Abubakar has been looking like the more dominant fighter so far. Russian versus Russian. But we still got a third round to fight. Anything could happen. We saw Saigid get a good takedown in that second round opener, but couldn't really do much with it. Third round opening up. Saigid trying to throw some bombs. He knows he has to get it done this round. Saigid with the left hand over the top. Yeah, he's trying to get it done in this third round because he's down 2 rounds. He is connecting. Nice left hands. Abubakar tries to go for a shot. Saigid fights it off. Nice. Good defense from Saigid. Keeps it on his feet. Jab. Right hand from Saigid. Oh, these are connecting. Oh my gosh. Abubakar, slow down. He's connecting. Saigid is going all in. He's putting all his chips in. He shoots. I don't know why he shoots, but Abubakar is fighting it off. All right, we're still on our feet. He might be tired after throwing some big bombs like that. Takedown from Abubakar towards the cage. Now we have top control here from Abubakar. I think both are pretty exhausted here. Saigid's not really making an attempt to get to his feet. Again, mostly out of exhaustion, I'm sure. But he's got to get up here if he's trying to get it done in this third round. Now he's up on his feet, using the gate, using the cage. He's got to fight these hands. Knees to the back of the leg by Abubakar. Now he's reversed it. He attacked a Kimura and had a sweep. Now we're back up on our feet. Saigid now pressing Abubakar against the cage. Now they're both kind of just tied up against the cage here. Abubakar wrestling for another takedown. Saigid's able to defend it. Still presses him against the cage. We're in a body lock position. Over and unders. Pummeling in is Saigid. Mike Beltran is getting that. Mike Beltran is getting that separated. Abubakar with a nice shot in the middle. Now he's on top. He's on top of Saigid now. He's controlling against the cage. Saigid's trying to get to his feet, which he does. Gets a body lock for himself and an arm control on the other side. Now it's a takedown for Saigid. He's in position to get some good ground and pound. Now he's on the back of Abu Bakar. He's got a triangle here. Saigid now with a little bit of top control. Only a minute left here. He needs to go for a finish. He's trying to get a rear naked. Abu Bakar is able to roll out. He's on his back. Now he's just holding. Saigid needs to go all in with this ground and pound here. Because now he's on top, down 2 rounds. He's got to make something work with these last 40 seconds. Right in the back, Abu Bakar is able to roll through. He gets an arm triangle again. It's not tight enough, and Abu Bakar is able to roll through. Only 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left of this 3rd round. Saigid's trying to jump a choke, but Abu Bakar is able to roll out. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. He's trying to fight an arm. 2 seconds. Wow. Good grit from Saigid in that 3rd round to try to make something happen. But I think Abu Bakar is going to come out here with a 2-1 victory. 2-1 out of 3 rounds. Because I think the first 2 rounds go to him. So we'll see how judges score it. This might be the closest decision of the night so far. Of the night there. We shall see, we shall see. And then who's going to be coming up next? Up next is going to be Rizvan and Tyrell Fortune. We shall see, we shall see. For anybody popping in and watching later on, we are just watching the UFC main card that's going down in Abu Dhabi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Had someone earlier in the prelim card pop in from Algeria. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we're just chilling, really. Day off, get to watch the UFC main card. Later on in the evening, we're going to watch the San Jose Earthquakes take on the LA Galaxy. We'll do a stream on that. And hopefully it won't be like the last one where they lose 4-0. We're hoping that's the worst deficit we lose the whole season. All right, so we're going to get the judges' scorecards here in a second. They got both the guys here in the center. Beltron between them both. All judges score at 29-28. All judges score at 29-28, which is pretty much how I scored it. Hamzat in the center with him as a coach. Hamzat doing the translations for his teammate. Or his protege, however you want to look at it. He's a better fighter than he showed today, is what Kamzat said. Daniel's asking if the game plan was to control in the wrestling. Translations from Kamzat. He's answering for Daniel Cormier right now. Kamzat's going to give the translation. That's hilarious. Kamzat's out there right now. What's he going to say? I don't speak Russian, so. He said, thanks to coaches, thanks to leader of the country. Happy to represent the country. And that's it. So now we're going to get ready for Rizvan versus Tyrell. Kamzat is over there chirping in Daniel Cormier's ear. Rizvan Kuniev, representing Russia. It looks like he's the number eight ranked fighter in the heavyweight. Wushu Sanda World Champion. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Now we're with Tyrell Fortune's coach. His answer. I guess Tyrell is coming off a 2-week notice to fight this guy. So we'll see how Tyrell does. Coach says, the coach is saying, who else comes off 2 weeks notice to fight the number 8th ranked guy? Tyrell is an Olympic wrestler and this and that, so. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Kuniev versus Fortune. Let's see what their records have been in the UFC. So first, tail of the tape, of course, we got Rizvan 34, Tyrell older by 2 years. Rizvan is 1 inch taller. Tyrell has a 19-pound advantage on him. I guess I don't know if you'd call it advantage or whatever, but he's 19 pounds heavier. And Rizvan has a 1 inch reach advantage. Rizvan just started fighting in the UFC this year. He had a fight scheduled with Ryan Spann that got canceled February 7th. And instead he got Houghton Almeida, who is a pretty tough guy. And he beat him by decision. So this is his only second fight in the UFC. Where Tyrell Fortune, his only fight in the UFC has been against Marcin Tybura, which he won by decision. So this might be a slower fight. We'll see how it goes. Put this on. There we go. I'm sure we're going to get our walkouts, unless we already got one of them walked out. Abu Dhabi. For those of you popping in, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're just watching the UFC main card going down in Abu Dhabi. They got Rizvan Kuniev as the favorite, the betting favorite, number 8 ranked fighter in the heavyweight. I like how Coach was juicing it up, like, oh, who else will come off a 2 week notice to fight the number 8 ranked guy? Like, you're number 9. Fortuna's number 9. So you would hope you come off a 2 week notice to fight a number 8. Showing some highlights right now against Curtis Blades and against Jalson Almeida. Now he's going to take on Tyrell Fortune. Why they got him against 3 black guys? Like, jeez. Pushing some agenda with Rizvan. All right. Either going to get him walked out. No, they're not going to show us the walkout. That's all right. They ain't going to show us the walkout. By the time the ad is done, we're going to have either one of them already in the ring or two of them, both of them in the octagon. Who do we got? We either got Rizvan or Tyrell. What is this ad here? On deck small business loans. Oh, got the Falcon jumping through the window. Psh. For anybody just dropping in, how you doing? We're just watching the UFC main card, chilling. We had a prelims watch along a little while ago. That went pretty well. Now we got the UFC main card going. Jeep commercial. Couple more minutes of ads. Later on, if anybody's watching, later on we're going to be watching San Jose Earthquakes take on LA Galaxy. That's going to be at 9:30 my time. And yeah, we're hoping that they're not going to take a loss like they did against Orlando previously in the week. Because that was a 4-0 loss. At home. But now we're going to play LA Galaxy, so we're going to see how that works out. But if you guys enjoy, then we're going to be watching that a little later. No work tomorrow, so we're hoping to stay up a little later to watch that whole thing. They're showing what, a haircut commercial? Oh, it's psoriasis. Psoriasis commercial. So dumb. A golf commercial? A golf commercial? Come on. Let's go. 15 more seconds ads. 15 more seconds of ads. And I'm sure we're going to have one guy already in the octagon. We're going to get one guy getting the Vaseline rubbed down on him. Oh, it looks like maybe they're both already in the octagon. I'm down with that. Hit the scales just under heavyweight limit. Yeah, we got both of them already in the octagon. A pressure fighter. Says he's fighting out of Tempe, Arizona. Wonder where he's from. We know how I feel about Arizona. This guy has a pretty solid beard. Fighting out of Makaklala, Russia. Makakala. I want to hear how this guy says it. Mahashkala. All right, are we going to see a mix-up in the rankings, or are we going to see Rizvian retaining his number 8? Jim Perdios to be the ref. Now we're going to get him off. Heavyweight's going. Let's get these heavyweights going. Fortune in the blue. Kuniev in the black. Fortune with a leg kick. Opens it up with a leg kick. Rizvan kind of has him against the cage already, pressuring forward. Forward kick from Riznev. Right hand connects a little bit from Tyrell. Against the cage, but now he circles out of it. Does Tyrell. Now we're back in the center. Tries to back him up with a flying knee. Does Rizvan. Body kick. Rizvan. Fortune comes forward with a 1-2. Riznev kind of has him forward against the gate here. Oh, nice right hand from Tyrell, but it looks like Rizvan has just ate it. I think I might have been saying his name wrong. Rizvan. But he has him pressed up against the cage here. Forward pressure from Rizvan. Clinch here from Rizvan, trying to get some knees in. For anybody popping in, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how you doing? Let me know wherever you're watching from. We are watching the UFC main card that's taking place in Abu Dhabi. Tyrell Fortune taking off Rizvan Kuniev. Second fight of the main card. We had a decision victory from Abu Bakar, first fight of the main card. We posted up a watch along a little while ago of the prelims. High kick from Tyrell. And then a low kick. It says he's a 2-time NCAA junior college champion in wrestling. Is Tyrell Fortune. 2 minutes left in this round. Nice right hand from Fortune. Rizvan is actually eating these shots though, but he can't be eating too many of these. A jab from Tyrell. Kick backs up Fortune a little bit. Oh, spinning body kick. Spinning body kick from Rizvan. That hurt him bad.
He's got him shelled up. Now he's against the cage, throwing a knee. He might be trying to get a TKO here. There's a minute and a half left. Knees from Rizvan. Clinch. Tyrell able to recover. We're back in the center here. Tyrell able to recover. Hey, yo, thanks for dropping in, dropping a like. If you just dropping in, how you doing? Let me know how you doing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are watching Abu Dhabi main card UFC. Tyrell taking on Rizvan. I keep saying Rivs. I think I'm saying it right. Rizvan. Rizvan hit him with a spinning body kick, and it really hurt Tyrell. Now he's been kind of like recovering from that for the last 20 seconds. I'm sure he's hoping to get this round over. 40 seconds left into it. Rizvan has him pressed up against the cage. Flex Turner, what's up, what's up? Welcome back, Flex Turner, welcome back. We're watching main card now. Nice uppercut from Tyrell. I might have missed that right before you left, Flex, I'm sorry. Back in the center, they're just going to let this horn sound, and we're going to go to the second round. This going so it doesn't go to the screensaver. He got the rib. Hey, I love when fighters are honest. How you feeling? He got the rib. That spinning kick was gnarly. I wonder if he cracked a rib or something like that. Well, you saw he instantly made a reaction to that. He like shelled over. Ha! Must be making some prank calls to the car dealership asking if they got the Rizvan. Yeah. Nah. All right, we going with Kuniev then. What up, Flex? We going with Kuniev. We ain't risking it. We just gonna say Kuniev. All right, so when he was on his stool, he said he got to the ribs and that right below that eye, he's got a good little welt. Good little welt under that eye for Tyrell. So we're gonna give that first round to Kuniev for the damage. Even though I did see Tyrell hit him with a good three good right hands. Kuniev now pressing forward, has him against the cage. Tyrell answers with a right hand. The welt on Tyrell's face is getting a little bit bigger. They gave no idea what I'm talking about. I'm on hold. They have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you Frank called it a car dealership? That is hilarious, bro. They have no idea. Rizvan, they're like Rizvan. Oh, nice knee at the same spot. It's got him covering. He's shelled up. He hasn't given up yet. Nice body shot. He's got him against the cage now, throwing knees. Is he going to push for the TKO? I don't know. 3.5 minutes left. I've got cash. You're paying for the call? Is that what you're telling me? You paying to prank these guys? Real deal pranker. That hurt, man. He hit him with a knee in the same spot he hit him with that spinning kick. Flex Turner says he got cash. I mean, lives up to the name, flexing. Kuniev has him against the cage here. 3 minutes left. Excuse me. Nice elbow from Kuniev. Tyrell against the cage here. Knee, a very high knee from Kuniev. Tyrell with a tight uppercut. Fortune is not out of this. Like, he's taking big shots. He definitely isn't winning this round either. But he's still in this. He's still throwing shots. He's not just falling over. I told him on the line I've got cash ready to buy the Rizvan. We don't have any Rizvan in stock at the moment. Kuniev, nice right hand from Tyrell. But again, Kuniev is just kind of eating these. He's getting a big reaction from the crowd, big reaction from the commentators, but it's not really wobbling Kuniev. But it was a big shot. Now we're in the clinch here. What's up? I'm back. What's up, Red? How you doing, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How you doing? We're back with the main card. We got Kuniev taking on Tyrell. Kuniev looking real good here in the heavyweight division. Tyrell taking some damage, but he's not out. He's not out just yet. When I say some damage, I mean a lot of damage. They're desperate to sell. Flex Turner says, "Are they? What do they even think the Rizvan is? Are they trying to like suggest it's something else? Recommend other things?" Kuniev pushing him against the cage here. Knees from Kuniev. Kuniev still pressing him against the cage. Only 30 seconds left in this round here. Then we'll be going to a third round. That welt below Tyrell's eye has gotten a lot worse. That's a good golf ball size little lump there below his eye. Ooh, even the side profile does not give him any justice. Did you watch Patrick Mark Pimblett versus Burnout St. Dance at UFC 329? I did watch that. I did watch that, dude. Pimblett's impressive, bro. You gotta give him that. Yeah, they want to show me a Dodge. A Dodge what? Like an SUV? Dodge Chrysler? What is it? Rizvan. We don't have the Rizvan, but we got this Dodge. We got this Dodge you might like. That'll get you some Riz. They're probably like looking up what Riz is right now, and they're trying to help you out. Yeah, bro, I watched that Finland fight. What'd you think of it? Burnout St. Denis. I mean, I gotta agree with that second part. Connor got his ACL torn before the fight? Question mark. I mean, they showed it. They showed that weird footage where he was like bouncing on it, like right when he was Dodge van. They showed that weird footage when he was bouncing on it when he was taking his shoes off. I mean, like, look, if he did, why would you go out like that? Like, why would those be your first two moves? A big flying kick, you come back up after hurting it, and then you throw another kick. I think he was just trying to get out of there, right? Like, that shit sucked. That shit sucked so bad, bro. Dodge van. What's gonna come with this Dodge van? What are the accessories? I think his knee was compromised before the fight. You think so? You think so, Flex? I mean, they showed a lot of footage that definitely supports that. So, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence. I'm just like, why? Why go out? If you did that, why go out and do it? Just for the fans? He limping, wasn't he? Yeah, he was kind of limping. He had to sell the injury. I get it. But, like, why compromise yourself? I guess when you got the money, it doesn't really matter, does it? He limping, wasn't he? Yeah, he was kind of limping when he was coming in. Okay, third round coming in. First minute, and Kuniev is hitting some big shots. Tyrell's tough, bro. All seats fold down, 15 cameras. Ayo. Gee. Flying knee from Kuniev. Oh, he goes down. He goes down. Okay. Tyrell had enough. Kuniev wins. What do you call that? TKO? You might call it a knockout. Both eyes swelled up shut now. Hey, y'all, thanks for dropping in. Keep me some company. Y'all chill, folks. Hit me with some likes. Yo, Tyrell is fucked up, bro. Ew. This mustache covering his mouth. No training footage of Connor. You're right. You're right about the no training footage. It's dodgy, bro. But I'm just like, why, man? Why go through the whole recovery period? It's like you say I did it for the fans, right? But that was probably the worst outcome for the fans. I think, at least. Because I'm not like a biggest Conor McGregor fan or anything like that, but I definitely was looking forward to that fight. I mean, on paper, that was going to be a good fight, him and Max. Running it back from years ago, you know? Two guys that aren't really known for wrestling. I was excited, and then that shit happened, bro. I was pissed. And what the nail in the coffin was, or the worst part of it was that my boss from work invited me over to watch it with his family and his family's friends and stuff like that. And I mean, the whole card was good, right? Until that happened, and everybody was just kind of had a sour taste in their mouth. I definitely was shouting. If Cyril Gane cheats in every fight, what is he without it? That's a good, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, as long as Herb Dean is the ref, then he's good, right? All right, next we got John Pork, Magomed Zainukov, taking on Damian Rizbecki. What is Cyril Gane without his cheats? What do you think, Flex? I don't know, bro. Like I said, as long as Herb Dean is in there, then it doesn't matter what he is without it. I want to see Mark Goddard get in there. Give him the business. Herb is the most dangerous man in the ring. And you know what's crazy is like, hold on, let me read this next one. Why are you calling him John Pork? Islam told us to never call him. My bad. Never again. Respect. My bad, Islam. Don't hunt me down. I'll come spend 2-3 years in Dagestan. Herb is the most dangerous man in the ring. That's hilarious. And what's crazy is that I feel like it's been a fall off the last 2-3 years. Last 2-3 years, it's just been not good. But like before that, he was one of the best, wasn't he? Like what happened? What happened to Herb? It's been a fall off. I swear he was one of the best. I grew up watching, the GSPs, Matt Serra's. And then when Herb Dean came along, he was young, hungry. Islam, don't hunt me down, dog. I'm worried about Magomed Ankalaev losing. He's my favorite fighter. He's your favorite? Don't worry, bro. And you know what? When you asked me on the last stream, I was like, oh, yeah, he's got this. And then they showed highlights of Bogdan. I'm like, oh, shit. That dude's a beast, isn't he? That dude's a beast. But you know what? Ankalaev might have this in the bag. Yeah, he mentored under Steve. Yeah, no, Steve sucked, though. Is it Yamagata? No, it's Yamama Aho. I swear we said Yamama Aho when we were making fun of it. What was his name? Yamasaki. Yamamasakmi. Mario Yamasaki. Mario Yamamasakmi.
He was. There's no way he was mentored under him. That is hilarious. If he was, rest in peace, Herb Dean. No, no, it didn't start red. There's still a couple fights. There's this Magomed fight, then there's the co-main, and then it's that fight. Steve, oh my god, Steve Yamasaki. I was about to search it up, but I remembered because I was like, we used to make fun of that fucking name. Playing UFC on the split screen, you know, two controllers fighting. You get fucking Steve Yamasaki. You get that. What was the other dude that sucked that Dana White hated? White dude, skinny guy. We're getting some ads and stuff because that fight just ended. They already got the announcer finished off over there. They're showing the Ian Machado Gary footage for the Islam fight. Please no, please don't. Who did Francis Ngannou lose to? When? Did Francis Ngannou fight recently? Let's find out. I don't know, bro. Francis Ngannou. Did he fight recently? Let's say most recent fight. May 16. Last fight was a first round knockout win against Homeboy. Francis Ngannou didn't lose to nobody. Unless you're asking in the UFC, I think he lost to, was it Jan? Jan Blachowicz? Stipe and Derek Lewis. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Flex. I get Jan Blachowicz and Stipe confused. Three loses to who? Well, he got two right there, Stipe and Derek. Let's find out what are the three he lost. Francis Ngannou losses. Stipe, Derek Lewis, Zamuna Cisse, December 2013. Lost by unanimous decision on the regional circuit in France early in his career. Often omitted from major mainstream database profiles like the UFC, but logged in regional history records. And then as far as professional boxing goes, he lost to Tyson Fury, he lost to Anthony Joshua, but I'm not really into that. So there you go, Red. He lost early on in his career. Move it. Well, you like to move it, move it. HEB commercial. Next up, we got Magomed Zainukov taking off Damian Rizbecki. Both on paper have undefeated records, so somebody is losing their O tonight. I speak Portuguese. No hablo portugués, pero hablo un poco de español. Pero no mucho, no con fluencia, pero aún así puedo hablar un poco de español. So someone's going to lose their zero. Good to get a lose. Yeah, very true. Get that zero out of the way. You know what I mean? Especially early on. For this guy, probably Damien. But let's see what happens. They're showing right now Dana White's Zuffa boxing stuff. I guess Ryan Garcia is going to get a fight. Again, I'm not too versed into the boxing scene. Oh, Damien is from Poland and Magomed is Russian. They got the Polish as the underdog. What does chama mean? He always says the word. I honestly couldn't tell you. I think it's just like his word, dog. Chama means chama. You know what I mean? It does. I feel like they always ask him too. What does chama mean? Chama. That's just your answer, bro. There's nothing to say. Anybody joining in later on,
fire. It means fire. Anybody joining in later on? We just watching UFC Abu Dhabi main card going down. We did a prelim watch along a little earlier. Hope y'all having a good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever y'all watching from. Later on in the evening, we're going to be doing a live stream for San Jose Earthquakes taking on LA Galaxy. And hopefully we ain't going to lose like we did early on in the week. That was depressing. Oh man, they're giving us another 200-second ad. That means they better both be in the octagon when we back. First, we get a Sonic ad. How y'all feel about Sonic? Y'all ever had Sonic? Y'all ever had Sonic's burgers, hot dogs? Oh wait, no, Red, you from Algeria? Chicagoland. Says Flex. The only thing I really get from Sonic is their like drinks, really. And that's only because there's one real close by. Skyrizi commercial. And then 2 months from now, they're going to say, if you or a loved one have had a Skyrizi and suffered from death, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Red says, is there a Circus Gane versus Tom Spinal? 2? I don't think so. Tom, Red, you're hilarious, bro. Circus Gane and Tom Spinal. Let's see if they have it in the works. I can do swipe on here. I didn't know that. Will there be Cyril Gane? Excuse my one finger typing. Gone. Tom Aspinall too. Both fighters have expressed mutual interest in running it back, with Gane calling for a clash in France and Aspinall publicly confirming he has accepted the challenge and returning to full training. I mean, so apparently, yeah, but there's no date. If you'd like to notify when an official date and venue are locked in, yeah, so there's no date or anything like that, but they're both in agreement. Like, whatever. I'm rooting for the Polish guy. Let's go, Flex. Let's go, Flex. He's putting all his chips on Damien. What about you, Red? I know what the Almighty Islam said, but who are you going with for this fight? $50 seconds, and we better have both dudes in the octagon. Better have an announcer ready to go. Because these ads are boring, man. They're giving me credit score ads and giving me medication ads. There's not much I can work with. Look at, she looks all fake excited. You're not that excited over some credit. Oh, my credit score got higher. Oh, I got approved. They're doing hitting dances and stuff. Like, okay, you know what? They are giving me something to work with that commercial. Now we got ShipStation.com. What are they talking about? They're kind of like UPS. They're kind of like USPS. I'd bet on Magomed. You'd bet on Magomed, but you're rooting for Damien. Yeah, I mean, oh, dude, that guy looks skinny though. At least on picture. Hold on, we gotta see what he looks like in the octagon. That dude got a bird chest, no? And then Magomed with the typical beard, chin beard. Youngest fighter on the card right now is Damien. Yes, sir. Damien, okay, you know what? Fair enough. They're zooming in on Damien right now. He looks so fucking laser focused. He's just staring down Magomed right now. Hasn't blinked. Hasn't blinked yet. Still hasn't blinked. The Butcher. That dude is locked in right now. Now you got Magomed. He looks a little bit more loose. He just gave off a little smirk. Hand going up for the fans. He's also fighting out of Mashakala. He looks so calm, bro. He looks so calm. It's another day in the office. Another day in the office for Magomed. I should have went and got a drink. That's all right. We can get through 2 more fights. Let's go. Mark Goddard is going to be reffing this one. The Butcher's a good name, bro. The Butcher's a good name. Oh my God, he's so laser focused. I want to see this. Oh my God. Like, is he going to come in sprinting? All right, he's right into the center. Leg kick from Magomed to open it off. Oblique kick from both. Magomed first. Damien answers. Now we're clinched. Elbow from Magomed. Underhook here. He's trying to press Magomed against the cage, and he does. Damien is pressed Magomed against the cage here with double underhooks. He's trying to get a trip. Magomed is pummeling through. He broke out of that, and now we're in over and under position. But Damien still has him pressed against the cage here. Knees from Magomed. Damien still pressing against the cage with a body lock. Has an arm trapped in. And now we're seeing a lot of those empty seats are filled in. Those front row seats that we were talking about earlier. Damien pressing still. Magomed doesn't really have an answer for this just yet. Now he does. He just spins, and now Damien's pressed against the cage, but Damien wastes no time to spin him back. Fans aren't liking it. Magomed tries to do a little cheap trip. Now we're separated back in the center. A lot of movement from Damien. Moving his head, moving his hands. Juking here, juking there. Does not want to get caught. Magomed with those oblique kicks. He's hit about 2 or 3 of those already. Nice 1-2 from Magomed. Doesn't really land flush, but that elbow does on the way out. So Magomed probably with more of the damage. Now a nice body lock from Magomed. He tried to get in a bear hug, sink in, but now he's got him pressed up against the cage. Damien now reverses him on the cage. Damien shows to have better control against the cage. Magomed is going to want to maybe stay away from the cage if he wants to have any success here. Because Damien is pressing him really good, and then whenever Magomed presses him against the cage, he just reverses right back. You're having more success separated. 2 minutes left in this first round. They're just locked up here, pressing each other. Damien has him against the cage. Now they separate again. Back in the center. Leg kick from Magomed. Nice head movement from Damien. They're just standing in front of each other now. Right hand over the top, but it doesn't really hit his target for Magomed. Anybody just dropping in? We were watching the UFC main card going down in Abu Dhabi. Hope you're having a good one. What happened? What happened? We're saying eye poke? Oh, no. Man, well, let's get a close-up on this. He reacted really bad from it. It might be a bad eye poke. Mark Goddard is telling the corner to be quiet, no coaching. Let's see that. Let's see this replay. We're getting a replay. Open hand. Oh my god, the whole fucking right. How were we just talking about Tom Aspinall and then we get a fucking whole digit going inside this guy's eye socket? At least to the first knuckle of that middle finger. It was pretty deep. Nah, I mean, they say it wasn't egregious like he meant to do it. Like, why are you going in with your hand open like he's putting his fingers at his face? I mean, sure enough, probably inadvertent, but damn. That shit looked like it hurt. He still got like a wet towel on it. Almost a minute of recovery time. The doctor's in there asking if you can see and stuff. He said, "You want this towel some more?" He said, "Yes. Give me the towel. This shit hurts." And he's probably just, Mark Goddard says, "Don't worry about the time. Sell your eye." Because he was like, "Oh, I have 5 minutes?" He was like, "Don't worry about the time." Get some eye drops or something. They're just putting a wet towel on the eyelid, which is probably good. Rest it a little bit. I'd squirt some water in there or something. Hey, coach, give me some water. No? Y'all would? All right. 2 minutes of recovery time. He's ready to go. Crowd gives him an applause. Oh, Mark Goddard wasting no time. Mark Goddard giving him a firm. He said, you know what we said in the locker room, so this is your first and last warning. First and last. Keep your hands closed." Nice firm warning. You think Herb Dean would have done something like that? You think Big Herb would have done something like that? Magomed with a nice 1-2 over the top. Doesn't really land. Damien with a body shot. Magomed with a couple left hands over the top. Doesn't look too affected. Damien too much. Only 45 seconds left in this first round. Damien is trying to kind of work around. Oh, nice takedown from Damien. Nice takedown from Damien. In the middle of the octagon, only with 30 seconds left, though. Not much of time to work here. Magomed back to his feet, fights hands, gets back to his feet, tries a flying knee, doesn't really connect. Now we're back to our feet. Head kick from Magomed. Nonetheless, 1-2. Only 10 seconds left. We heard the sound of the clack. Magomed, body lock, pressing against the cage. Nice first round. All right, now they got him on the stool. Coaches, I'm getting a text right now. Sorry for the pause. But apparently, and if you're watching, member, apparently you're saying that Vinny is possibly getting acquired by Arsenal. And if that's true, what did I tell you? Vinny or Mbappe need to go. One of the two need to go. And imagine if Arsenal, after winning the title, acquire Vinny. They might be dangerous. They might be really dangerous. City lost Pep. You know? Sorry for that. So now we got the second round going on. Nice right hand from Magomed. It looks like it connected. Damien Knight with a nice chin, I think. Still in the center here. Magomed still looks pretty calm, cool, collected. For any of y'all just popping in, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We just chilling, watching UFC that's taking place in Abu Dhabi. Let me know where y'all watching from. How you doing? Oh, now we got a takedown from Magomed. That was a nice body lock takedown. Now he's in full guard. Magomed's got top control here. Damien looking for some elbows from the bottom, but they don't look like they're going to be connecting very cleanly. Magomed trying to get some ground and pound position, but he's not able to get it. Damien back to his feet. So now we're back to our feet. Magomed is pressing forward. Damien is trying to circle back out towards the center. Magomed looks maybe a little tired. I wouldn't say very. Damien is trying to try to do a spinning elbow. Kind of missed. Fell down to his butt. Somebody said Rizbeki did just enough to take round one. I don't know if I saw that. 10-9 Chanko. I think that's what I saw. Now Damien has Chanko pressed against the cage here. He needs to find an answer for this cage control from Damien. Yo, Flex, if you're still there, whatever happened with that prank call, man? Did they get the cell? Did they land you? Body kick from Damien. We're back to our feet. You know, they're separated from the cage. Center of the octagon. They're just trying to kind of trading blows. I don't really having much effect here. But now Damien is pressing Magomed against the cage once again. Chanko trying to get some knees in there, the short clinch. Elbow from Chanko. Another elbow from Chanko. It really wobbled Damien. It wobbled Damien. Chanko now trying to go for the finish. Elbows and knees, but Damien got a hold of him and now has him pressed against the cage again. Magomed with a little bit more urgency to get him off this time, but Damien is having some time to recover here. If you're just dropping in, how you doing? We're just watching the UFC main card that's taking place in Abu Dhabi. Let me know how you doing. Flex, if you back, I was just curious how that prank call happened. What happened with the prank call? Did they land the sale? Damien has Magomed pressed against the cage, but he finally let go. He's got a cut above his right eyebrow, does Damien. Only a minute left in this second round. Damien is trying to circle away, and Magomed is trying to keep him pressured against the cage. Damien shoots for a takedown. Magomed defends it off with an elbow. Spinning body kick from Damien that actually landed. Damien is looking pretty beat right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Elbow from Chanko. Oh, nice body kick from Magomed. 20 seconds left, second round. Magomed is kind of going for the finish, not like 100%, you know what I mean? He's not desperate for it. We'll probably be going to this third round. Lots of elbows from Magomed. Damien looks beat up. They're gonna have to clean him up going to the stool here. Third round coming up. Oh, you're gonna give us a full ad? You ain't gonna give us like a half screen and some of the stool? Like, come on, man. I want to see them clean him up and stuff like that. But no, we gotta get a DraftKings fucking ad. Who cares? Magomed versus Damien. Third round. I got Magomed 2 rounds already. Damien needs to pull it out of the bag in this last round. Now we're getting a Kalshi commercial. I have no idea what they are. I don't understand. This is going very well. Hope y'all having a good one. Thanks for stopping by and watching my stream. We just chilling. Got the UFC main card going on Paramount Plus. And we got right now Magomed versus Damian. They are the fight before the co-main. Magomed with lots of elbows in that second round. Yo, what's up, Steve-O? What's up? You can't show the actual fight? I am sorry, brother. I can't show the actual fight. No, I know. Pretty boring, right? But if I show the actual fight, or if I have any commentary or actual audio from the Paramount Plus, then my channel will get striked and stuff like that. So I can pretty much just call what I see. Third round started up. Nice little flurry from Damian. Damian with a head kick. Chanka was able to do like a matrix dodge out of that. He's got him pressed up against the cage now. Damian trying to circle out. That blood is not stopped. They tried cleaning him up. I appreciate you, Steve. Thanks for dropping in. I figured that's why, yeah, bro. Like, and you know what? Like, I actually learned the hard way because I was doing a football stream while playing. I was actually playing a game, bro. I wasn't even broadcasting an actual sporting event. I was playing a game, and they had music that apparently is copyrighted. And I'm like, well, why do they have it on a game that you can stream? But anyway, so that got copyrighted, and I looked into it, and yeah, if I want to do sporting events, I can't just show it or have the audio on it, because then they'll get striked as well. So we're just chilling, man. We're just chilling. I woke up this morning. The prelim card was at 8 a.m. We did a prelim watch-along. Then we ended that stream. We took a little break, got my dog fed, got my dog outside, started my morning up. And then we had this main card, start up at 11. We're about three fights into it. Co-main is after here. Main event is Magomed Ankalaev versus, what is it? Bogdan. But again, thanks for dropping in. Hope y'all having a good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. UFC main card, Abu Dhabi. Watch along. 3 minutes left in this fight here. Magomed hitting a lot of big shots. Damian eating him pretty well. A lot of blood coming out of Damian too, man. But he's tough, bro. He's still in this fight. Like, he's not like, curling up. He's taking shots and he's still in there. Elbow from Damian. Now he has Magomed pressed up against the cage. Magomed pressed up against the cage. He's got double unders. Magomed's able to pummel through. Magomed with an elbow of his own. We're back at the center, separated. Oh my God. He just hit him with a front foot to the face. Bottom of the foot of Magomed just smacked this dude's face. Oh my God, bro. He's still standing, bro. Anyways, he's got him pressed up against the cage. Damian, this dude's a gritty fighter. He just ate that foot to the face and pressed forward, put him against the cage. He's trying to get some body shots in. We're in a clinch. Magomed with some knees to the body. Short uppercut from Damian. Nice spinning elbow from Damian. It doesn't quite connect. Oh, he does. He tries to hit him with the same foot to the face. It kind of hit him in the chest, though. Pushed him back. Something like you see in Muay Thai. Another jumping front kick. Damian is leaking now, leaking. Blood is dripping from the bridge of the nose. 1 minute left in the fight. 1 minute left in the fight. Damian is getting backed up against the cage here. Magomed controlling the center. Magomed with that front kick. He's been liking that front kick this last round.
Oi, 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 oi. Another front kick. Oh my god. Oh my god, his mouthpiece flew out. Mark Goddard had to stop it real quick to get that mouthpiece back in. This dude is taking some damage. Magomed just took him down, though. Probably will take less damage here, but Damian is fighting to get back to his feet. Fights the hands, gets back to his feet. 20 seconds left. I think his nose is broke. 10 seconds left. Magomed kind of just puts his hands up in the air, knows he won the fight. Tries to do a front kick. Damian presses him against the cage, and the bell is rung. The horn is sung. That is it. That was a great performance from Magomed. Each round got better for him, I think. First round was pretty competitive. Next fight, we're going to have Steve Erceg coming up here. But first round was pretty competitive, and then the second round, Magomed started to get the tides going his way. And third round, man, he just was putting it on this guy, man. Bloodied his face. I think possibly broke his nose. But hey, didn't break his spirit. That dude was fighting the whole way through. Respect to Damian, the Polish. They're going to get the decision going in a little bit. I think we know who won that fight. And then we're going to be getting this guy up here, Steve Erceg, taking on, let me attempt this name here, Ramazanbek Temirov. Ramazanbek Temirov. I do believe he's Uzbekistani. 15 seconds to add. We're getting a Chick-fil-A. Have you ever had Chick-fil-A, Steve-O? Ever had Chick-fil-A? It's quite famous around here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. What Paramount is giving me right now. So instead of giving me an ad that I can talk about, you're just giving me a screen that says, we'll be back after these short messages. And we're back. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Fries are all right. I like to base a lot of the fast food places on fries. And I think one that I think is the worst, we could debate this. We can argue this. But I think the worst fries in fast food is In-N-Out. In-N-Out's got the worst fries. And to be fair, they got natural fries, right? Yeah, cool. But they're so dry and just so plain and no. I want my fries salty. All right, Daniel Cormier now is with Chanko, getting the post-fight interview. Got the translator here. Daniel's saying there's a lot of hype behind Chanko. You lived up to the hype. How do you feel after a dominant victory? What? No way he's calling out Ilia Topuria. He just called out Ilia Topuria. What y'all think on that? Magomed after a decision victory, calling out Ilia Topuria. I think that's kind of wild. No worries, member. No worries. Welcome back. And I saw your text, but I couldn't answer. I was bringing it up in chat too. Hold on. We're getting a post-fight interview. Oh, apparently he was saying a lot of things. With the fight. He's from the team of Ilia Topuria. He's like, well, I'm from the... He said, we'll take everybody on. I'm from the team of Nurmagomedovs. Yeah, Ilia is still... You saying defeated or undefeated? Because he's definitely got defeated. But remember, you're saying they're actually in talks of having Vinny getting signed to Arsenal? Is that what you're telling me right now? I took a break after the prelim, but we started another live for the main card. But apparently you texted me that they're trying to acquire Vinny, huh? What'd I tell you? I was trying to stay in stream. What did I tell you? Either Vinny, yeah, right? It was just on the news, so it has to be true. It's either Mbappe or Vinny leaving Real Madrid. It had to be one of them. So I'm not surprised, honestly.
And I was just thinking, like, if Vinny goes to Arsenal and they just came off of winning a title and City is losing Pep, are we about to see a back-to-back? I don't know. I don't know. That depends on his performance, I guess. Because, I mean, the Premier League is different. Premier League is different. He got beat so bad, he probably still feeling it. I agree, bro. That face after. But, like, that's nearly anybody's face after fucking fighting Gaethje. Imagine Vinny in the Premier League. Arsenal could be back-to-back. That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. He could... I'd say Vinny would be like Holland. In what way? I think Holland will still be getting that Premier Golden Boot. I think he'll get... Didn't he just get back-to-back? I think he'll get him 3 in a row. Holland's a cyborg. Vinny's going to be on the left. And if he's playing for Arsenal, who's going to be up front? Gyökeres. Gyökeres or... who else is up front for Arsenal? Who else is up front for Arsenal? Superstar for Arsenal. He'll come alive. Yeah, watch. If y'all just popping in, we are watching UFC main card taking place in Abu Dhabi. We finished a prelim watch along a little while ago. Now we're watching the main card. We are about to get started on the co-main event. Steve Erceg taking on Ramazanbek Tamarov. Oh shit. Battery low for cell. I tried to charge it a little bit during the break I took. By the way, Vinny just dips in from the wing now, and Gyökeres might be a pretty good Premier League. And Yaga, yeah, Villa will win it though. What you think about that, Steve? You watch football at all? Villa to win the league. I don't know about that. But you know they might not be far off. They might not miss Champions League. No worries, no worries. I hope I didn't offend you when I said In-N-Out has the worst fries, Steve-O. Because I noticed you didn't reply to that. I see. Oh, you're not on the PS app. Oh, okay. You sure? I don't know, man. What do you think, though? What do you think on that? What do you think on my take of In-N-Out having the worst fries? Do you think there's another restaurant out there, fast food, that has worse fries than In-N-Out? Right now they're showing just the backstage warm-ups for the two fighters that are coming up. So it's going to be probably another 4 or 5 minutes before this fight kicks on. I'm going to have to put my phone in the charger, I think. And I'm going to have to figure a way how to stand it while it's on the charger. Because it's probably going to get at 10% before this main card. Oops. There we go. Chris Hemsworth. What's up with him getting all these ads? Oh, he's the spokesperson for Abu Dhabi. Thor is the spokesperson for Abu Dhabi, apparently. Man Bear says, we not got a tripod yet? No, unfortunately not. I appreciate y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the likes. We just chilling, watching some UFC going on in Abu Dhabi. I can see why super thin. I don't think they're the worst. Wendy's kind of sucks on the fries. Wendy's super thin. Hold on. Let's talk about what you said first. In-N-Out has super thin fries, but you don't think they're the worst. Super thin fries, yes, but like, are we not talking about how they're bland, how they have like almost no flavor, and then you say Wendy's kind of sucks on the fries, but I like that they have the, they keep the skin on it. I like that, and I swear it has enough salt. They be having enough salt. Damn, Wendy's has one of the worst. All right, that's fair. That's fair, I guess. Let's while they got these ads going, let's go take a look at what these guys have done in the past here with the UFC. So we got Steve Erceg. I know he's been here for a while. Y'all hear that? But he's been here since 2023. Not as long as I thought. More fights. He fought one. I thought he fought many times that year, but he had a couple canceled fights. So he had a canceled fight against Clayton in May. He fought in June. Won by decision. He had a canceled fight against Schnell. Hold on, let's see what you guys are saying. Gotta go to Julie. I'll be back shortly. No worries. Catch you later. You can save him with the sauce. You can save him with the sauce? Which one? The Wendy's or the In-N-Out? And then, well, maybe not shortly. It's Julie we're talking about. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Hey, for those of you just popping in, we watching the UFC main event. We got the co-main about to kick off. We are looking at Steve Erceg's past results here with the UFC. 2023, 2 wins by decision. 2024, got a KO against the guy that he had a canceled fight with. Lost to Alex Pantoja, who was the champ holder. But that was a decision fight. Lost to Kai Kara France in the first round. Last year, had a canceled fight against a name that is probably hard to pronounce, Asu Almabiav. Then lost a decision against Brandon Moreno, who again was a former champion. Got a canceled fight against Alex Perez, and then won a decision fight against Ode Osborne. 2026, he's only fought Tim Elliott early in May, and now he gets to fight Ramazanbek Temirov, who, let's go take a look at what he's done in the UFC. Won against Charles Johnson, who has probably one of the craziest fucking hairdos in the UFC. And that was by decision. And then he had a canceled fight against the same guy that canceled the fight against Steve Erceg. And then he gets Steve Erceg. So here we are. This should be interesting. I don't know. Ooh, Francis Ngannou, no thanks. I don't know Ramazanbek's style. But we're going to find out here in a little bit. They're showing the promos for Steve. He's saying, the best thing I get to show is my cardio. My cardio is what's going to win the fight. I do believe he's from New Zealand or Australia. Which one of those? I forget. I get those flags mixed up. I got to stop getting them mixed up. It's been a year since Ramazanbek has fought. So this is going to be interesting to see for him. For those of you that dropped by and gave me some engagement, I hope y'all having a good day. Thank y'all for dropping in. We just chilling, watching the UFC main card taking place in Abu Dhabi. We are now currently on the co-main event. Steve Erceg going to take on Ramazanbek Temirov in the flyweight division. We're getting ads right now, so we're hoping that after these ads, they got at least one of them in the octagon, if not both of them in the octagon, ready to go, and our announcer ready to take us to the fight. But now we got to watch Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is a good commercial, though, to be fair. Giannis cosplaying like a Greece commercial, because he's from Greece. He's a Greek player. Shouts out John Travolta. What's our battery looking like? We were at low battery earlier. We're at 17 now. We're good. We're good. We can still go some minutes. We might be able to hit this whole co-main before putting the charger on. Some more medication ads. Embril. It's for arthritis. Who suffers from arthritis here? Any of y'all? Rest in peace to your bones. Rinvoq. If your loved one has taken Rinvoq and are suffering from seizures, death, you may be entitled to financial compensation. You know, that's what we're going to hear in a couple months. If your loved one suffered from blood clots, cancer, and have taken Rinvoq, you may be entitled to. I got big bones. You got big bones, Steve-O? That's what's up. But do you have arthritis in those big bones? Because if so, then Rinvoq may be for you, dog. But you do got to ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you. Now we're getting a Smirnoff commercial. I'm not a drinker. Smirnoff is vodka. Or do y'all like vodka? Do y'all like whiskey? Do y'all like tequila? Now we're getting a Carfax commercial. Get the Carfax. Man, Carfax has been around for a while, hasn't it? Probably a decade. Let's find out. How long has not Hi Joe. How long has Carfax been in business? 37 years. Holy moly, that's longer than I've been alive, my friends. So we got, again, I think that's Australia. Yes, he did say Australia, yes. So Steve Erceg hailing out of Australia, taking out of Ramazanbek. Timarov coming out of Uzbekistan. They got this out of Pick'em, meaning it's 50-50. 3-round fight. Announcer calling out Ramazanbek first. This dude looks fit. He does look nervous, if you ask me. Looks a little nervous. But I mean, it's been a year, right? It's been a year. He's probably got the jitters. But he just looked over at the camera and looked pretty excited, so. For those of you just dropping in, we're watching the UFC main card taking place in Abu Dhabi. Hope y'all having a good day, good afternoon, good evening. We're just chilling. Day off. Get to watch the UFC. Get to watch San Jose Earthquakes take on LA Galaxy later tonight. Probably will live stream that as well. Do a watch along, I mean. We got Ipswich playing later in the week. I think Wednesday. Gonna be watching Ipswich for the first time. They're gonna get prepped and ready for the Premier League. They are doing some preseason club friendlies. They're gonna take on Osasuna, which is a La Liga team, actually. So it should be a good prep game for Ipswich. All right. Beltran's got him in the center. Famous for his braided mustache. Steve Erceg looks to have a little bit more height on him. I'm looking now at this tail of the tape here. And holy shit. I take my eye away for a second. Spinning back kick from Timarov. It puts Steve Erceg down. But Steve Erceg kind of got his bearings back. He's got the back of Timarov. Timarov tried to rush in for a finish. Holy shit. They're going to have to show that replay in a second, man. Because I was looking at this difference, and you can see that Steve Erceg has a big height difference on him, has a good 5 inches of reach. But as I looked away, he hit him with a spinning back kick. Now he has Steve Erceg pressed against the fence a little bit. He is going back to that spinning. That's the third spinning kick he's done. Oh, they're showing the replay now. Steve Erceg tries to drop levels. Oh, you know what? It didn't hit him with the foot. It hit him with like the hip. Steve Erceg was going in for a takedown, and the momentum from his hip, or thigh rather, rocked Steve Erceg and put him back. That was a very awkward connection. We're in the center of the octagon here. Let me know who y'all got. Do we got Steve Erceg or do we got Ramazan Bek? Steve Erceg has a good little height difference, good little reach advantage. Ramazan Bek with an early knockdown. Steve Erceg now working the center. He's got Temirov with his back against the cage. Steve Erceg trying to connect some. They were both kind of trading shots, kind of glancing. None of those actually really connected too hard. A couple jabs from Steve. Reaches in for a single, but it was more of a feint. Got Temirov to react. We're pushing more towards the center of the octagon. Oh, nice left hand over the top here from Temirov. We're like dead center of the octagon. We got Steve, a nice little spinning. He's really trying to get that spinning kick. Steve Erceg, though, working the center, keeping Temirov circling back and forth. I'd say Temirov is probably expending more energy in this first round than Steve is. So if Steve is getting his composure back, this might be good for Steve. You know, throwing spinning kicks is going to be taking a toll. At least it should. We'll see how much of a gas tank Temirov has. Steve Erceg controlling the center here. Nice left hand from Temirov. Now Temirov controlling center. About a minute and a half left in this first round. Steve Erceg with a high kick that misses. Temirov changes position, drops levels, and hits him with a 1-2. Oh, right hand drops Steve, but Steve gets back to his feet, a little wobbled, gets hit again. Tries to drop to a single. Temirov now working elbows and punches to the side of the head. Steve is in danger. Steve is in trouble. Temirov rushing now for that finish. 50 seconds left in this first round. He's really rushing for this finish. 2 right hands over the top. Steve Erceg trying to answer. Oh, Temirov with another right hand that connects. Holy moly. I hope Temirov gets it. Dude, Temirov. Oh, Erceg is out, dude. Cold. Oh, no. Temirov gets it done. Jumps on the cage, points to his waistline like he wants the belt. Holy moly. What weight class is this? Flyweight? Flyweight's an open gate when it comes to the belt. Flyweight is an open gate when it comes to the belt, man. Open door. Temirov going down to his hands and knees. Dude, Temirov got that done, dude. Steve, what happened? Well, I want to see that last flurry there. Screensaver. They're showing some replays here. Boom, right hand. Drops Erceg. Then they're showing the later one. Another right hand. Got wobbly knees against the cage. And then boom, another right hand, drops him to his knees. You don't see a lot of knockouts like that at a flyweight. Who is the champ, you ask? I do think Joshua Van is the champ at this weight class. Let's go look. Rankings. Yeah, flyweight Joshua Van is the champ. I do think he had a recent fight. I think he had one title defense, if I'm not mistaken. Joshua Van last fight. I think he had one a fight recently. Yeah, he fought Tatsuro Taira, beat him in the 5th round, and that was after he got the belt from Pantoja for an injury. So that fight is over. We didn't even make it to the 2nd round. That does not happen very often in a flyweight. So we're going to get right to our main event. How much battery we got? We got 12% battery. Can we get this done? Can we watch the whole main event, get the stream done without having to plug it in? We shall see. But we're going to get Magomed Ankalaev taking on Bogdan Guskov. We just got the announcement. Ramavav getting his hand raised. He is very excited. Those pre-round jitters are no more. This man has a smile on his face. Ball of energy. Daniel asks, how do you approach your fights when you know you're going to get knockouts? Assalamu alaikum, Abu Dhabi, he says. He said, fuck your question. Who's next, UFC? He has a little bit of English. Careful, guys. He said, Inshallah, I will be champion. That might be the first Uzbeki champion if it happens. Again, this flyweight is an open door. And to put out Steve Ursig, who is what? He was ranked something. He's probably ranked 6 or something like that, 5 or 6 in the flyweight. He's got some power in his hands, man. Now he's speaking his language. Translator coming in. He says, I was ready for 3 rounds, but I was ready for the knockout. 10th ranked, he said you just beat the 10th ranked fighter. Excuse me. Who? There you go. There you go. He said, who do you want to fight next? He said, who do you think I want to fight the champion next? Joshua Van. Now, after fighting a 10th ranked fighter, you probably aren't going to get the champion next. But we'll see. We'll see. This guy does look dangerous, man. After a year layoff, you would hope that he doesn't take another break like this, like he did. So hopefully he stays active. If he stays active, you're going to get that belt opportunity, no question. And he's definitely an exciting fighter that you would want to promote. He's giving thanks to all his trainers, all his coaches. All right, that was the post-fight interview with Daniel, Big Dan, Big DC, Uzbekistani with the victory. Anybody just stopping in? Hope y'all having a good day, good afternoon, good evening. We are watching UFC taking place in Abu Dhabi. It is the main card now. We are now on the main event. Co-main just got finished up. Steve Ursig just got knocked out by this man from Uzbekistan, Timurov. which is a rare occasion in the flyweight. But now we're going to be getting to this light heavyweight main event. Magomed Ankalaev taking on Bogdan Guskov. Oh, they're showing Carlos Oberg in the crowd. He's watching in close. He's the light heavyweight champion at the moment. After defending his belt, or no, getting the belt, right? It was a fight for whoever wins gets the belt against Jiri. Magomed, I believe, trying to get his revenge after losing against Alex Pereira. He's been part of the UFC since 2018, Magomed Ankalaev. He started off with a submission loss to Paul Craig. Knocked out Marcin Pacino. This was in 2018. 2019, undefeated. Beat Kildson. Beat Dalcha. 2020, had a couple canceled fights. A few canceled fights, wow. How do you have 3 canceled fights against the same guy? Jesus. And then both of them you knock him out. He knocks him out in February 29th. And then gets 3 canceled fights against that same guy. And then finally gets his revenge and then gets knocked out in the first round again. It's like, damn, dude, you waited a whole year just to get knocked out again, brother? 2021, undefeated again. Beat Nikita, beat Volkan. 2022, had a draw against John. So I guess you could still say undefeated in 2022. Beat Thiago Santos, beat Anthony Smith. 2023, no contest against Johnny Walker. I think that was because of illegal hit or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then they ran it back. Johnny Walker lost second round, got knocked out. Magomed then beats Alexander Rakic. Beats Alex Pereira, loses to Alex Pereira in 2025. And then 2026 gets his canceled fight against Khalil Rountree. That was supposed to be the event this morning. But then he gets against Bogdan Guskov. So let's go check out Bogdan Guskov and his work in the UFC. He started off in 2023 losing to Volkan via the submission in the first round. Then 2024, he responds to a loss by getting 2 victories, both knockouts. 2025 comes in, gets a canceled fight against Johnny Walker, gets a win against Billy, submission, gets a win against Nikita, knockout, which Magomed also had a win against, has a draw against Jan Blachowicz. Then has 2 canceled fights with Jan Blachowicz, only because he was supposed to fight Jan Blachowicz in May. That gets canceled, so they push it back to August 1st. But since Khalil Rountree pulled out, Bogdan stepped up. So now he won't be fighting Jan Blachowicz next month. Hopefully Jan gets another fight next month. But we will be getting Bogdan versus Magomed instead. So let's go back to our UFC page. We're on the main card. All right. Hope y'all having a good day, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for popping in. We're just chilling, watching the UFC main card that's taking place in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. We did a prelims watch along a little while ago. That started at 8 o'clock. That ended on around 10:45. And now we started this one, started around 11. Main event finally getting underway here. Later tonight, we might do a San Jose Earthquakes versus LA Galaxy stream watch along. We're hoping that they don't have a result like they did early in the week. They lost to Orlando 4-0. To be fair, Orlando just acquired Griezmann, who's a star player. They had a Brazilian named Thiago who was on the pitch going freaking crazy. So we won't have to deal with that against LA Galaxy. We'll see how it works tonight. But even though we lost that match early in the week, we still kept the second position in the table. So a win tonight would work wonders for San Jose. yeah, tomorrow we might do some gaming streams. Might do some COD Zombies. We'll see how I'm feeling. Hope y'all feeling good. Let me know what y'all doing. Y'all chilling? Are you watching the fights? Are you just chilling? Y'all ate food already? What y'all eat so far today? I ate 2 tangerines, some grapes, and drank some fruit punch during the prelim stream, just to get refreshed. After this last fight here, I will be getting up and getting some lunch and stuff like that. All right, Red, what you got to say? The Magomed Ankalaev versus Bogdan Gustav in our country starts on 5 p.m. now. It's 7 p.m. Yeah, it's about to be starting here soon. They're about to be walking out. Steve, you say about to make some oatmeal. All right, that's pretty fucking disgusting, to be honest. But hey, you do you, Doc. I ain't trying to give you no hard time. I'm just not an oatmeal lover. Red, are you going to be watching the fight, Red? They're showing the promos right now. Dude looks like a freaking Jedi in his black cloak. Excuse me. He says, LOL, I love it. He's talking about the oatmeal. I don't know. Red, what do you think about oatmeal, man? What do you think about oatmeal? Let me know. Now they got Bogdan giving his promo. He's saying it's obvious nobody wants to fight Magomed. He's one of the most dangerous fighters in the division. It's a fact. Nobody wants to take that risk except for one person. And that one person is me. This dude. And then he smiled at the end of it. He said whenever Bogdan's in there, it's always a war. This could be dangerous for Magomed also. He was training for Khalil. And I think Khalil is more of a volume fighter. And Bogdan has some power behind these shots, bro. And he looks like he can be one of those dudes off Lord of the Rings, you know what I'm saying? If you put a sword in his hand, give him a little bit of prosthetics, dude's a fucking orc. They call him the Hitman, and I see why. I mean, he's got the bald head, dang near no eyebrows. He looks scary as hell. But, he looks more like an orc. For those of you watching on later on, thank you for stopping in. We're just watching a UFC main event taking place in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. And we have gone through the main card. We are at the main event, the final fight of the day, of the night, if you're on that side of the world. So this should be pretty exciting. Should be seats filled. Now they got the walk-ins right now. They got Bogdan coming in first. Got his country's flag waving around on the prompters. How much battery do I got? 5% battery, folks. I think I may have to actually plug my phone in. I think I may have to do it so I don't have to worry about my stream ending. All right. All right. Now the question is, how are we going to do the phone while plugging this in? Right? That's the question. Yo! Steve-O with like 10 minutes later coming at me with it helps me poop.
Dog, you're wild for that. Absolutely wild for that. My boy Red is over there cringing in his boots. All right, we're going to try to plug our phone in here. Allow this device to access photos and videos. Sure, allow. No, cancel. Red asks Sean O'Malley. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Sean O'Smalley versus Corey Sandhagen. Who would win? You don't got a name for Corey Sandhagen? Sean O'Smalley versus Corey Sandhagen. Who would win? Sean would win that. Sean would win that 100%. You don't got a name for Corey, huh? All right, how are we going to put the phone here? I don't want to hold it. I'm going to put these two things here, these two things here. Hold on, sorry for the shakiness. No, we're going to have to hold it. We're going to have to hold it just for this last fight. No, I don't know, Steve-O. I think Red might have it right. Sean O'Smalley. But, Red, you don't got a name for Corey? You got to have a name for Corey. There we go. I kind of got it on a stand here. Oh, no, it's moving. That's good right there, I think. Good right there, I think. All right, so we went through all of their fights. They got the tail of the tape right here. Bogdan, 1 year younger. Same height, same weight. Bogdan with just 1 inch reach advantage. Yo, Red. Steve-O's got a question for you. You get down with the oatmeal or nah? That's the real question. That's the real question. I don't think he wants to answer the real question, Steve-O. All right, we got Magomed coming out. Magomed coming out. Number 1 ranked. Red, that's your boy right there. That's your boy. Light heavyweight number 1. I answered that, Red. My bad. You probably didn't hear me. The first I said Sean O'Smalley. Right? No, first I said Sean O'Malley. I was like, oh no, I read that wrong. Hold up. Sean O'Smalley versus Corey Sandhagen. And then I was like, what, you don't have a name for Corey Sandhagen? But anyways, those two in a fight, Sean O'Smalley. Sean O'Smalley, 100%. He's sliming Corey. He's absolutely sliming Corey. Now, since I answered your question, you're going to have to answer our question. Do you be oatmealing it? Do you get down with the oatmeal? Magomed getting the Vaseline rubbed down on him. Gonna get the Vaseline rubbed down on him now. Sean O'Smalley versus Corey Sandhagen. Sean O'Smalley coming out the victor, bro. Every time. No question. All right, Magomed entering the octagon. How we feeling? How we feeling? He looks pretty good. He looks pretty fresh. He's in front of his home crowd, right? Carlos Oberg. They got Carlos Oberg on the screen. Watching on. You got number 1, Magomed Ankalaev, taking on number 9, Bogdan.
It's the last tail of the tape before we get our announcer to take us to the fight. They got Magomed as a favorite, Bogdan as the underdog. We arrived to the main event. 5 rounds. I don't think it's going to go 5 rounds, though. Announcer getting it all set for us. Got the judges called out. Got the referee called out. At the Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. This guy has a pretty sick tat on his back, Bogdan. Pretty sick tat. Fighting out of Uzbekistan. It's another Uzbekistan fighter. I think we've had 3 Uzbekistanis tonight. This morning. I gotta change my controller. Shoot. At least I have a controller right here. There we go. I had to change my controller. I got the audio going on my headphones. Calling out Magomed now. There we go. My bad for the shakiness at the end of the stream here. I am holding my phone because I got it charging. That's all right, though. We're in this last fight. Last fight. We got touch of the gloves. Mark Goddard telling him the last little bit of instruction. He just said no touch of gloves for this one. They were literally just hands all over each other. Right in front of Mark Goddard. You fucking blind man. All right, we're getting on our way. Getting on our way. Touch of the gloves. Magomed in the red. Guskov in the white. Leg kick from Magomed. Leg kick from Bogdan. Chanko dominated Ilya. Ha ha. Pretty much, bro. All 3 rounds. And I think each round got better, really. Zygustus. How you doing, bro? Thank you for stopping in. Hope you have a good day, good afternoon, good evening. Just chilling, watching the main card here. UFC Abu Dhabi. But yeah, bro. First round was like probably the most competitive one. He still won that round. Second round just got better. Third round just beat the brakes off of Damien, man. Doing good, man. How about you? I'm chilling, bro. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing good. Starting my day off with the UFC. It's in Abu Dhabi, so it's an early morning. We're still in the center of the octagon here. Magomed with a kick to the body. Leg kick from Bogdan. That beard from Magomed, man. Who I got this fight? I got Magomed. But Bogdan is dangerous, bro. I'm not taking anything away from Bogdan, bro. But I got Magomed. And that tattoo, the back tat that Bogdan got is sick. Oh, high kick from Bogdan. Kind of halfway blocked. Uh-oh, we got a screensaver there. That's not what we want. Sorry for the shakiness, by the way. I just put my phone on the charger. I've been streaming. I streamed the prelims and I streamed the main card, full main card. My battery went pretty low. I feared for this. But here we are. Last fight. Got to hold the phone. That's okay. You'll be happy. Nice little side. He's coming in with a side body kick, Magomed is. He's got Bogdan backing up. Kind of just dancing in front of each other right now. Nobody's really connecting just yet at the moment. 2 minutes left in this first round. 5-round fight. So these guys are probably conserving some energy. Leg kick from Magomed. Body kick, Bogdan. Magomed is controlling more of the center. Magomed went for a head kick. Doesn't really hit. More leg kicks from Magomed. Most of the action taking place in the center of the octagon. Bogdan is a solid fighter, as Augusta says. Dude, I agree, bro. And what was crazy is that I had somebody watching with me earlier named Red asking me, who do I got, Magomed or Bogdan? And honestly, I didn't know too much about Bogdan, and I was kind of just going automatically Magomed. And then they showed some highlights. Oh, my God, this guy's a monster, bro. But I'm not too savvy on Bogdan, to be honest. Back again. What's up, man, Bear? You didn't stay at Julie's too long. We got the main event. You're back for the main event. If y'all just watching along, thanks for stopping in. We are watching the main event going down in Abu Dhabi. We are streaming the main card. Yeah, long enough. We're streaming the main card. We are here at Magomed Ankalaev versus Bogdan Guskov. And, man, Bear, for you just joining in, sorry for the shaky camera. I had to put my phone on the charger for a little bit. A little bit of a rally at the end when he heard that click, the last 10-second click. First round's over. Hard to call, really. Not too much happened, not too much damage. No one goes for takedowns, not too much control. I would say that Magomed was controlling more of the center. He probably had more of the shots connect. I haven't seen the stats just yet. But I would go lean towards Magomed taking that first round out of the 5. They got coaches hitting him with the ice on the chest. More Vaseline on the head. You know how I feel about that Vaseline. Who we saying is going to win? Well, I'm saying that Magomed is probably going to win. I think so. That's what I think. But, I mean, Bogdan is dangerous. You say baldy because the other guy's hair is ridiculous. The other guy's... Yeah, give us a close-up. Hold on. Let's just give you images. That's Magomed. That's Magomed. And then you're going to get this dude, Bogdan. Hold up. I love the Vaseline part, dog. Hitman. Look at that guy. They call him the Hitman. You know why. Bald as hell. And got no eyebrows. Scary as fuck. All right, I'm back. But yeah, scary as hell. That guy looks like a freaking... Oh, no, we don't want to go that. There we go. We're back here. Is he like an Amish fighter? No, I don't think he's an Amish fighter.
He's from Uzbekistan. The no eyebrows is giving killer. That's what I'm saying. And after watching some of his knockouts, the dude is a killer. But we are in the second round. 1 minute gone. Nice little right hand over the top from Magomed, but it didn't look to affect Bogdan too much. Nice head kick from Magomed. Mostly blocked, but it still took an effect, I'm sure. Those things hurt the arms. Can't take too many head kicks and block those. A little bit of a hesitation from Magomed on the kick. Again, Magomed has been controlling the center. Bogdan has more his back towards the cage, but we're not being pressed against the cage yet. No clinching. It's just been pretty much stand-up. Magomed with a front kick. Now he has him closer to the cage. Bogdan is trying to circle out. Left hand from Magomed. Another nice hand from Magomed. Still just dancing around at the moment. Leg kick from Bogdan. Body shot, left hand body shot from Magomed. Anybody just dropping in, welcome, welcome. How you doing? Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening. We just chilling, watching UFC main card going down in Abu Dhabi. We streamed a little earlier in the day, watched the prelims. Got the main card going on now. Later on in the evening, might do a football stream. San Jose Earthquakes taking on the LA Galaxy. So thank you all for stopping in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the engagement on the chat. I feel like Hitman is giving him a little too much respect. You need to go in there for a kill. But it is just the second round. He's got a lot of time to work with. Commentators are saying that that Guskov is known for having slow starts. Now we got Magomed pressed Guskov against the cage. He's trying to get some knees into the thigh, inner thigh. Still just pressing him against the cage. Only 1 minute left of this round, too. Magomed's still just pressing him against the cage here. Keeping control of Bogdan. Again, this second round, hitting the bigger shots, controlling more of the fight. I got Magomed through 2 rounds. Guskov trying to force a clinch, and Magomed's just kind of giving him some body shots. Let me know how y'all doing. Let me know how y'all doing. Who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? I know Red's got Magomed. I know Man Bear's got Baldy, or better known as Bogdan. Now we got separated in towards the center. Second round over. Horn blares. Crowd's not really loving it. Some boos around that I'm hearing. We're going to get those 2 guys on a stool. Magomed getting his face wiped off. Getting his lips wiped off. Getting his beard wiped off. Getting his hair fixed. Remember, I know you love the hair. Getting his hair fixed. Getting the Vaseline rubbed on the eyeballs and the cheeks. Ooh, Vaseline on the cheeks, guys? Vaseline on the cheeks? Anybody? Anybody? Vaseline on the cheeks. Take the ice. He just threw some water in his mouth. He's just moving. You're controlling everything, coach is saying for Magomed. More teep kicks is what the coach is calling for. Combing that comb over back into place. Oh, man. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just not setting right. Hitman going to get him. We'll see. Let's see. Steve-O, who do you got? Steve-O, you haven't told us who you got. You got Magomed or you got Bogdan? Let me know. So far, I mean, if you need context, no worries. If you need context, Magomed to me looks like he's taken 2 rounds so far, but nothing too drastically. Like he doesn't have, big knockdown or anything like that. He does have a couple big hits, but again, just slightly taken to 2 rounds. I'd say 10-9, 10-9. Probably at 20-18 at the moment. Magomed is. Couple leg kicks from Bogdan. Head kick attempt by Magomed. He gets that leg up there quick. Still in the center of the octagon here. Magomed getting it done, you think? I respect that. I think so too. He's already gotten the 2 rounds. If we go, I think, if we go to the 4th round, Bogdan's going to be looking for some big shots, and it's just going to have to be up to Magomed to survive those big shots. Dodge him, maybe take him down. Because eventually Bogdan is going to be coming in with some bombs. Either at the end of this round or through the 4th round. Sometime he's going to be coming with some bombs. Because he's down 2 rounds. He's got to get into this. Crowd's kind of booing. They're kind of just dancing in front of each other. Even the commentators are saying it. People are getting a little worked up. Excuse me. I'm still waking up. This UFC event woke me up on my day off. I could have slept in, but I wanted to stream and do a watch along for the main card here and the prelim card. No work tomorrow either, so we get to sleep in then. No worries there. 3 minutes left of this 3rd round. Magomed doing more pressing. These leg kicks from Bogdan are laughable. Head kick from Bogdan. Leg kick from Magomed. Again, not too much going on in this 3rd round here. This might be one of the harder rounds to call unless something happens in this last 2 minutes. A lot of boost to the crowd. Excuse me. God damn. We should not be on him. Leg kick, Bogdan. Body kick, Magomed. Leg kick, Bogdan. They're just keeping the distance, point fighting at the moment. Coach has said more teep kicks for Magomed, and he has not listened. I have not seen a single teep kick in this 3rd round. Is there resentment towards the coach? Or is there a different game plan? Or does he not see it working? There's a teep kick right there as I'm talking. A lot of boos from the crowd. Bogdan looking for like feints and like jittering around, trying to look for an opening. How about you just start throwing them? Just start throwing him punches. Magomed with a left hand there. Magomed with a left, with a leg kick. Very boring 3rd round. We got a screensaver. Pretty boring 3rd round here. Not going to lie. Not too much happened. Just leg kicks, really. Distance fighting.
Not really a fan favorite round here. Leg kick from Bogdan. Bogdan is not trying to stay in front of Ankalaev. Understandably so. And horn blares, we're going to be going to the fourth round. Or is it the third round? It's third round, right? That round killed it so bad that I forgot what round we're in. No, I think we're going into the fourth round, yeah. That round was terrible. I don't even know how you would score that. Magomed was more on the front foot, so like maybe you give that to Magomed, but I would like draw that round. Just stay calm, just stay calm. But like I was saying earlier in the third round there, that Bogdan's probably going to have to go for the kill here in this fourth round. Fourth to fifth round, he's going to have to be coming with some big shots because you're down on the scorecards. Steve says they better turn it up. That's what I'm saying, bro. 100% agree with you. They better turn it up. We don't want to see guys dancing around in front of each other for a main event. Fourth round, Magomed goes for a single to open up the round. Puts Bogdan on his back. So now he's got Bogdan on his back against the cage in the first 15 seconds of the round. That was very quick from Magomed. Now Magomed is on top. We're going to see some ground and pound action. Magomed just hanging out on top here. Fans are going to start getting restless here. Not much ground and pound from Magomed. Yeah, he's just kind of hanging on top here, half guard against the cage. They did pretty much the opposite of turning it up. They turned it down. Magomed, half control. Just peppering him up with some body shots. Dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they got damn near have me nodding off over here. Fourth round, Magomed just laying on top. Nothing going on. I'd say Magomed's got first two rounds. Third round was a wash. Third round was fucking ugh. Fourth round, we got a Magomed takedown off the bat and has just been control and minuscule ground and pound. So we're probably going to give fourth round to Magomed easy. Now he's got a rear naked. Let's get the tap here. Let's get the tap. Nope. Doesn't get the tap. Hunts for a rear naked. Guskov was able to fight those hands and get the rear naked off. That was probably the most exciting moment of the fight. Now he's got another hand wrapped around the neck. And now he's squeezing. He's squeezing the face. Squeezing the face. He doesn't really have it under the neck. I mean, kudos for Magomed at least going for a finish. Fourth round. 2 minutes left. Still has time. But after, squeezing a couple times, you might have blasted your arms out a little bit. Magomed's still controlling the top position here. We're kind of in the referee's position. So again, for people that are watching later on, sorry for the camera not being still anymore. I had to put my phone on a charger. I had to put my phone on a charger, so I am holding it, kind of like wiggling around, and also trying to watch the fight. Magomed still just been controlling the back, has been sneaking in as if he's trying to do a rear naked or something like that, but Bogdan has just been holding hands, not really letting him get his lock. One more minute left in this round. And then we'll be heading to our very last round of the night, of the day, of the afternoon, whatever. These early UFC events always throw me off. Magomed trying to crank the face again. He's just trying to squeeze the hell out of his face. Not getting it. Yeah, fourth round has been all Magomed. He's just been beating him up like a big brother would beat up a little brother. You know what I mean? Just not giving him no space. Staying on top. Riding him out. Little ground and pound here. Like, not big shots to knock him out. You know what I mean? But to hurt. Couple small pepper shots to hurt here and there. He's got him swelled up around the eyebrow. On both eyebrows. He's got his nose a little affected. They are fighting in Abu Dhabi. They are fighting in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, which is why we got a early event. Steve was asking where they are fighting. So now we are in the very last round. I assume that Magomed is going to go in with the same game plan he had the fourth round, which is to secure a takedown and to try to get top position and Boris to death. That is what I do believe his game plan is. To be fair, I think he is fresher than Bogdan. If I was his coaches, I think I would say, fight on the feet. Fight on the feet until you feel a little bit of a danger. I feel like he should work the first couple minutes on the feet since Bogdan is pretty tired. Bogdan looks pretty exhausted, guys. Fifth round championship rounds. Magomed is more used to the 5-round. Bogdan is not. They do a little hug out of respect. Daniel Cormier is saying how much he hates the hugging. They're asking how many strikes has Bogdan even thrown. Because he hasn't thrown many. Going for a Darce choke, but I don't think it's there. Yeah. Yo, I just had a subscriber. What? Thank y'all for subscribing. We're just chilling. Watching UFC take place in Abu Dhabi. We are now in the main event. I hope you guys are having a good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be. Wherever y'all watching from. I've had somebody from Algeria earlier, which is pretty cool. So watchers from over the globe, love it. Unfortunately, not so much of an exciting... Not so much of an exciting last fight here, but it is what it is. Steve-O hitting in Abu Dhabi. Okay, yep. We are in Abu Dhabi. United Arab Emirates. Don't want to go to screensaver. Last round of this fight. 3 minutes left of the fight. And we saw not much. We're probably going to see a Magomed decision win.
Wouldn't be surprising. But nobody's going to be talking about this fight tomorrow, at least in a positive light. You know what I mean? So for those of you who are watching, I think you can agree with me. You know, not so much of an exciting last fight. Magomed trying to, force a finish with a couple chokes. You did not miss much, Man Bear. Dad rang and wanted to know all about my interview. No worries. You did not miss much. Magomed has been pretty much controlling the fight. First three rounds, it was kind of like not much from Magomed, not much from Bogdan. He's stopping the fight. TKO. Dude just looked exhausted. Thank you for stopping the fight, bro, because we didn't want to see that go for another 2 minutes. Is the Amish looking bro's hair still intact? No, it's not. It's not intact. But the match just ended, so they're going to fix him up right now, and I'm sure it will get back intact. Yeah, they just stopped the fight. Magomed was just hitting him with some ground and pound. Bogdan just pretty much had enough. Thank you for stopping the fight, Mark Goddard. We didn't want to see that. How did it finish? TKO, ground and pound for Magomed, but really not much ground and pound that looked dangerous. It was just ground and pound that Bogdan was not responding to. So Mark was just pretty much stopped the fight because Bogdan just shelled up and was taking shots. Pretty, I think, unfortunate ending, but it is what it is. This is a short notice fight for Bogdan, so respect for him for stepping in so that Magomed can at least have a fight for this card in Abu Dhabi. Because originally he was supposed to fight Khalil Roundtree. But it is what it is. Magomed with the victory. I actually don't even want to watch the freaking post-fight interview. So for those of you that watched in with me to the main card, thank you guys. No sleeping, we have rating to do. We'll see. Main card just finishing up. Thank you all for joining in. We're going to be finishing off and ending this live stream here. And, so thank you guys for joining in. I had a few likes here in the stream. I had a few people jump in. I had a notification that I had a subscriber. So, hey, appreciate you all. Hope you all have a good day, good afternoon, good evening. We will probably do that live stream tonight. San Jose Earthquakes versus LA Galaxy. So if y'all are interested in that, I will be doing that. All right, cheers. Catch y'all on the flips.